Hello, Maggie at Cook Children's Hospital. My name is Philip Rouleau with Rultract, and what I'm going to do is quickly go over the setup of your Rultract system that you currently have for the NUSS procedure and how it needs to be set up for IMA. During our conversation this morning, you said that the surgeon said that the equipment isn't long enough. So I wasn't sure if she meant long enough as in high enough over the table as we discussed, or long enough as far as a reach over the table in order to get to the patient. So what I said may be happening is the retractor may not be set up correctly. Okay, what I'm going to do very quickly is set the equipment up the correct way that it needs to be set up if you're going to use it for IMA. So we're going to take your clamp, place it on the bed rail at about the patient's axilla or armpit area. Put the clamp on the rail, squeeze it closed, tighten your knob. Now, very important here is how this bottom post goes into the clamp. This bend is designed to go toward the head of the table. It's very important that the bend goes toward the head of the table. You do not want the bend coming out toward me in this direction or the opposite direction toward the feet. So the bend goes toward the head of the table. So go ahead and place that into your clamp. Make sure it's properly seated. Tighten your wing handle. Next, you're going to take your top post, and the same thing pertains to the top post. The bend goes toward the head of the table. So we'll go ahead and put that in place. Make sure that it's properly seated as well. Now what you have here is additional workspace that allows somebody to work obviously on this side of the table. Next, you're going to take your ratchet assembly. I put it on with the cable and the spool out over the patient's chest, and then you position it wherever the surgeon will position it wherever she needs it to be. And then you attach your rake plate, and you should have plenty of height in this direction for sure, and plenty of reach here, because what you're going to do is bring that rake plate down to the chest in order to elevate the sternum. So if it's placed properly, you're going to have plenty of height and plenty of reach. Now I'll show you if it's not set up properly, the problem that you may have. Now if this bottom post is not put in correctly with the bend going toward the patient's head and the bend is actually going out toward me in this direction, it'll bring the whole retractor 3.5 inches further away from the table. See if I can do that with all of this attached. Okay, now of course you can still pick the top up and put it where it needs to be. However, you can now see that I am almost at the edge of the table here. Will this still work for IMA? It will, but not as well. So I'm not sure exactly what she means by she needs a taller or longer post. So I guess if you can discuss it with her and let me know, that would be great. Something else that you do have in the tray is a rotating extender bar that's used for the NUSS procedure. Now this extender bar can be put onto the top post this way, which would bring the retractor closer to the patient's chest and also further out over the table, or we can put it on this way, which would provide additional height if that is in fact what she needs, and also further out over the table. So there are a couple of different ideas that we have to provide additional reach or height, but let's see what it is exactly that she needs. Maybe share this video with her and let me know what I can do to help. Thank you.